Hey, it's the Empire, GeoBox Empire, back to boxing. Now, man, wild news from Eddie Hearn, man. He's basically saying some wild stuff with this Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder fight and using Tyson Fury as a hedge issue. He's saying that if Deontay Wilder does not beat Tyson Fury, that Deontay Wilder is basically never gonna fight Anthony Joshua, man. And it's wild stuff, man. He basically calls Deontay Wilder some voluntary, not priority, and he said that fight won't happen if Deontay Wilder won't win. Now, I'm gonna get some quotes for you guys. This is from Eddie Hearn. He says he's done. He's beaten. He's just been knocked out. If he beats Tyson Fury, then we want to fight Deontay Wilder. But if he doesn't, he's just back in the rankings. He's not coming into a fight with the undisputed champion. So in that respect, it's a lot easier for us to have a clean slate, and everyone's on the same page with that as well. So, but there you guys go, man. He's basically saying if he doesn't win that fight with Tyson Fury, he's not going to be winning the fight, and that, he's just been stopped. He's done. He's beaten, he's done, he's just been stopped, and it's not a good look for Anthony Joshua to be fighting this guy. He has to win. So this is some shocking news from Eddie Hearn. Everyone knows the biggest fight and the biggest promotion was not between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. Even today, the biggest fight is not between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. It's always been against Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder. That's always the fight that everyone wanted to see. It's not even based off really accolades right now, because Tyson Fury held all the belts at one point in time. It's really about just the plain excitement. Deontay Wilder is a knockout artist, and Anthony Joshua is a knockout artist. There's a good chance he'll get stopped at that fight. It's just facts, While Tyson Fury is a good fighter, the guy is extremely inactive. He's extremely inactive, and he never defended his belts once, so his accolades hold some questionability to it, because he never defended the title once, right? When you beat Vladimir Klitschko, he got stripped of all his titles because he got popped for peds. And then when you beat Deontay Wilder, he still hasn't defended his title yet. He won, but he has to fight again to defend the title. So as far as excitement goes, man, Tyson Fury has very few opponents to look to and say this is career defining. He really only has 2 wins, i.e. Deontay Wilder and Vladimir Klitschko. And that Vladimir Klitschko one was him popping for peds. So he only has one big win. And the guy is extremely inactive, and he's not too consistent, right? You look at someone like Anthony Joshua, he has a plethora of elite level opposition on his resume, right? He has Joseph Parker, he has Korbat Pol. He has he's gonna have Korbat Pulev, right? He's gonna have Alexander Povetkin, and I can go on and on about the elite level fighters. Anthony Joshua has on his resume, right? He has Andy Ruiz. And he was supposed to have Gerald Miller till he popped dirty. He has he has a deep resume. Same thing with Deontay Wilder, right? He has Luis Ortiz, right? Big deal, right? He has Dominic Brazil, right? A mutual opponent from Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder, right? He has what's that nigga's name? Shit, that one Mexican guy. I forgot his name. Gerald Washington. He's like half Mexican, half black, right? Pretty good win for the time. Gerald Washington has had some pretty good wins ever since, right? He actually stopped current WBA gold champion Robert Helenius, right? Those are big wins for Deontay Wilder. Those are career-defining wins, because some fighters, you wouldn't know how good they are until other fighters step up in their career, and later on in their career, they pull some great things, right? So those are some career accolade wins for Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. Tyson Fury doesn't really have that, right? At least not as deep as them, right? The resume is just, if you watch a highlight reel, it would probably be Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder first and second, and then Tyson Fury would be third, because watching him fight is sort of boring. It's sort of boring. And if you do get some highlight reels from Tyson Fury, it's like recent when he wasn't on cocaine or whatever. And, the Ottawa Wallen fight was okay. You could see some fights that he was doing well in, and it might be a nice highlight reel, but there is against inferior competition, to say the least, right? Ottawa Wallen was not highly ranked when Tyson Fury fought him, right? I can keep going on and on about his opposition. It's just they weren't highly ranked. It's easy to style on a guy who's not highly touted in any of the 4 major sanctioning bodies. It's easy work. Anyone can look good fighting a guy, ranked above 50 in the world. You know what I mean? That's crazy. All right, yeah. So we're gonna see how this whole thing plays out, man. Everyone knows what the biggest fight is, and it's sort of disappointing to see Eddie Hearn say something like that. At one point, when Deontay Wilder was fighting Anthony Joshua, when Anthony Joshua was fighting Andy Ruiz, Deontay Wilder said multiple times that he still wants to fight Anthony Joshua, win, lose, or draw, because that's just a big fight. He said everyone fight everyone back in the Ali days, and I still want to do the same thing in my day. That's what these fighters should really want to do. They should want to imitate these elite level fighters back in the day, like the Ali's and the Rocky Marcianos, when everyone was fighting everybody, right? That's what we want to see. We want to see, because this is heavyweight division's one weight class. There's no reason why someone should go their whole career without fighting some elite level fighter. It shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen at all. So we're gonna see how this whole thing plays out, man. I'm really excited. Like I said, man, Deontay Wilder is gonna have to win this fight with Tyson Fury if you're gonna want to see anything exciting in the heavyweight division anytime soon, because it sounds like they're gonna freeze him out. They're gonna freeze Deontay Wilder out, because I understand this. Eddie Hearn, Frank Warren, the guy who promotes Tyson Fury, and Bob Arum, the guy who co-promotes Tyson Fury, they all like work together. So it's like they're all in cahoots, man. They're all in cahoots to really freeze out Deontay Wilder. And Bob Arum, he's like the master of trilogies and fighting 5 times. Look at Manny Pacquiao, right? He fought Tim Bradley 3 times, fought Marquez 5 times, fought Barrera a couple times. I can keep going on how many times Manny Pacquiao rematched and fought guys over and over and over again, right? He's the king of running things back. So if he fights Anthony Joshua, that's going to be most likely if Tyson Fury fights Anthony Joshua, that's going to be a trilogy fight, and they're going to keep running it back. It's just facts. So yeah, man, let me know how you guys feel about Eddie Hearn's comments. Crazy stuff. Like, comment, subscribe. This is the Empire. Jew Basket Empire.